Oh, hi there. My name is Omar Thoromerson, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Optise, the only AI website analytics tool dedicated to helping B2B teams optimize their website for discovery, engagement, and conversion. I've been a B2B guy for over 14 years. I've been a CMO, marketing manager, VP, punching bag, and I even ran a B2B agency for a few years. So I've seen it all, and I know the pressure of delivering leads through the website month on month. I'm no data scientist. Google Analytics and all the other traditional analytics tools just give me a headache. So what we've created is something that's super simple, but super powerful. Now with AI, we can crunch a lot of data and kind of just tell you what's happening instead of just showing you numbers and confusing graphs. So we tell you what's happening on your website, what you should do about it, and how you should do it. Let's take a look. So here it is. When you open up Optise, what you see is the analytics part. Up here, we kind of give you a summary of how things are going overall on your website at the moment. So for this particular website, not there yet. Momentum is building, but improvement is essential. So it sounds like we're doing okay, but we can definitely improve on several fronts. So let's take a closer look. Below it, you'll see 3 scores. Each of these scores represents a stage in your buyer's journey on your website. So let's start with discovery. How discoverable is your website at the moment on channels like Google or ChatGPT or social media? And this website has a score of 36 out of 100, which isn't the best. So what we're saying here is this website discovery is falling behind. Not enough buyers can find your website. Let's explore options so more people find you on Google, ChatGPT, and social. And I will show you in a little bit how our insights and suggestions actually help you know what to do and how to do it when it comes to improving these scores. You don't have to come up with it yourself. So the next part here is engagement. How engaging is your website? Are people looking at your stuff? Are they reading your pages, reading your blogs, reading your content? Are they staying on your website for some time? Are they browsing through? Do they actually like your website? And it seems for this particular website, a score of 32 is not the best, although it is moving up a little bit, but it does need improvement. So buyers aren't engaging with your content. Let's create some trustworthy and optimized content to get them excited. So definitely room for improvement here on the engagement part of the funnel. And the last part is the conversion, which means are people actually clicking your buttons and turning into customers or leads? So for this particular website, we got a score of 60 out of 100, which isn't terrible. So it's showing promise. People want to talk to you. Let's double down and find ways to get even more people to click your buttons and turn into customers. So if people have found you and they are engaging with you, are they converting? Are they taking that final step that you want them to take, which is incredibly important? So below these scores, you get one metric here that kind of gives you an indication of how each of these stages in the journey are developing: visitors, engagement rate, and leads. But we don't stop there. You can actually drill down into each of these stages to see exactly what's happening in each part. So let's take a look at the discovery metrics. If we click discovery, then we're down to level 2, and we can kind of look at all the metrics related to the discovery. So we get the score up here. We get the summary telling us that we definitely do need to improve on this part. And then you can kind of look at each of the metrics behind this stage of the journey. But what I really love to do personally is actually drill down to the 3rd level and look at this particular metric, visitors, or some metric that you're looking at or interested in at the moment. And then you can kind of see everything behind it. So let's look at visitors in a closer look. Here we're all the way down to the 3rd level for visitors, which means the number of people that come to your website. And we have a score here of 589 for the last 30 days. You can change the period here as well if you wanted to look at it from a different time period. But then you can kind of start looking at these at the visitor numbers from different angles and different dimensions. So where are they coming from? What are the top countries? You get the full list down here, and then you can look at region, continent, can be very helpful if you're doing targeted campaigns. Kind of learn where people are coming from, and if you do drive a campaign to a specific region, you want to see was there an uptake in that particular region. But I kind of usually start just by looking at the number of what countries these visitors are coming from. Then you get technical. You can look at what browser they're using, what operating system, which device. This can be quite helpful, especially looking at device. If people are looking at desktop or mobile, and if you need to prioritize the mobile version of your website, which is typically very important. And you can look at the traffic. Where are they actually coming from? Are they coming direct? Do they type in the domain of your website directly into a browser? Are they coming from Google, LinkedIn, some email campaign? And you can look at all the different sources, traffic sources here below it. And you can also look at the pages. Which pages are the most popular ones driving the most traffic to your website? Usually it's the home page, but then there's some blogs or some sub pages or product pages that you might have that are driving some traffic. And so you got all the information you need down here to kind of get a feeling of each individual metric as part of a stage in your buyer's journey. And you can do this for all the metrics. One other thing I wanted to show you below the stages in your buyer's journey is the site health. This is not one of the things that I feel people just need a computer engineering science degree, PhD or something to be able to understand, because all the tools out there just are so complicated and I'm telling you what's wrong with your website technically. Here you get a score for what your overall site health is, how your site's health is doing. And if there is anything you need to work on to fix it, this one seems to be okay, 89. Always good to be closer to 100 though. So if you wanted to improve your technical site health, there will be insights to that will surface on the homepage here. Now, if we move over to the home screen, we were down here in the metrics part. What we see is some kind of message telling you that we found some intriguing insights for you. I'll get into that in a little bit. Then your Optise score is the overall score for your website. I would say this is kind of your North Star. If this score is going up, you're definitely doing something right, and you want to get to as close to 100 as possible. Then you're winning. But if that number is going down, then something's off, and you need to definitely kind of start working on some improvements. Below it, you get these key KPIs that you can pick and that you want to kind of track and monitor as based on the kind of short-term performance of your website. So how many sessions am I getting? How many visitors? What's the engagement rate on my website? And behind each of these metrics, this is something very important to us. We explain what this metric is and why it's important. Why does this matter actually? Why am I looking at it? But then let's move over to what I feel is the most juicy part of the Optise platform, and kind of our secret sauce, I would say. That's the insights that are coming out of our insights engine. These insights are generated based on a lot of different data sources and all of our experience and AI crunching that data to pull out what are the most important gold nuggets for you to know. And they're kind of broken down by different categories. It might have an issue, an opportunity, an highlight telling you something that's happening right now. We'll have learning ones where we show you, we're trying to teach you something about that can help you grow as a professional or your company grow. We'll have news ones, which are telling you interesting news, something that's happening in the news in your space, or something about your competitor. And then there will be fun facts, something that kind of gets you to get a little bit interested in your website. And that's the goal of these insights, are to kind of tell you something that's happening in the data, happening on your website that is very difficult to kind of see if you're not a data scientist and you live in there all day. So we're trying to just give you a list of things to see and work on, and we prioritize them so the most important part is visible to you at any time. So let's look at a few examples of these insights. Here's an issue that came up today. It's telling us that traffic from LinkedIn has dropped by 8%. Let's grow it together. Okay, that's very good to know, because for this company, it might be very important to drive traffic from LinkedIn. It's a big traffic source for B2B companies, so that's definitely something that I'm happy to know about, that it's dropping, and I want to do something about it. Here's another one. Here's an opportunity, and this is an opportunity where we have written a blog for you, based on all the data that we have about a company, and using best practices about how to optimize a blog for search and for AI engines. We can write blogs for you, so these blogs are kind of tailored for each company, and should sound like them, be intelligent about what they would typically write, and also, and very importantly, they are optimized, so they're going to rank on search engines and AI engines. So let's open up this one. So what you see here is just a little bit of an intro and key takeaways about the blog. And then here on the right-hand side, we always have here on the right-hand side suggested tasks. And these are just 3 blogs that you could pretty much copy paste into your CMS, and by clicking this button here. So this is the blog fully written for this particular company and fully optimized. So this is something that could be just put into a CMS, and that's the blog for today. You don't have to write it yourself. It can take forever. If we move down here, you just got a new lead. That's follow up. That's always good to know. Back in my CMO days, this is what would really get me excited. And what I was mostly interested in is like, is there a lead coming in? I want to know about it. So let's follow up. So if you scroll down here, what you pretty much have is a feed of these insights, and each one has a flavor, like I told you before, and each of them are meant to just help you with something that needs working on your website. So here's an issue: pages load slowly on mobile, hurting user experience and definitely hurting Google. So what you see here is everything about this particular insight, what you need to do to fix this. Google hates slow mobiles loading speeds, and users do as well. So here's 3 things that you could do to try to fix this. And if we click on it, here's one of my reduce first contentful paint delay. This is something technical that I'm not going to do. I need somebody to help me with this. So this is one of my favorite functionalities of Optise, which is to add a task. So you can add a task. I'm going to add this task to my colleague Ingeber, and that means the task has now been moved here over to the Trello board. And what this task right here assigned to Ingeber, and now I can track, and he can see it, I can see it, and I can track if he's working on it or not. And because I'm not going to be one doing it, he's more technical than me. So you can invite your web agencies. If you're working with an agency, you can invite your team members in here, and you can collaborate on your website in this simple Trello-looking board, because it's just very difficult sometimes to convey what you want done on your website. You have all the context in the tool through the insights. You can create your own tasks as well. But what I love about it is just kind of assigning different tasks that the tools recommend to the people that I know are best fit to do it. And sometimes that's somebody in your internal team. Sometimes it's an agency. Maybe it's a freelancer. But everybody can come in here and see the same thing, so you don't have to go to an external tool to do that. Traffic from ChatGPT spiked 6% yesterday. Very interesting. Definitely wanted to know that, because I might have been working on getting more visible on ChatGPT, which everybody should be working on at the moment. This is a nice one. A very popular one for us are these learnings. People just want to learn how to become better professionals. So here's one about how to rank #1 on AI search engines. So here's an article that helps you do exactly that. And then you can track it in the tool. Here's an interesting one, industry news, where you can kind of see different news. This is definitely for me, because it's all about marketing and AI workflows, growth marketing. So here's just stuff in the news that I might find interesting to keep me up to date. That might be interesting to somebody that's working in this particular space, or wants to track their competitors. Here's an interesting one. It's saying that the CTAs on your website are boring. And here's suggestions always on the right-hand side, on what kind of CTAs you could put instead, different wording, maybe it's different placements. Google has dropped 11%. That's definitely something I want to work on later. Ooh, they've written a LinkedIn post for me. I like it. And what you can do here, it's the same as with the blogs. You can just take these LinkedIn posts and you can just copy paste them directly into LinkedIn. And they are based on best practices and everything we know about the company and the space they're in. This is a tough one. This is an issue. The front page lacks a well-defined footer section. Google really hates this. Also AI engines, but especially Google. If your the footer on your website doesn't look like a footer, doesn't have the web tree or like social media icons or copyright and stuff like that, it really doesn't trust the website. So here's definitely some tasks on the right-hand side that you can start working on to fix your footer. We got weekly reports, monthly reports. Here's an issue about a product page missing on the website. Every good B2B website needs to have a product page. So here is everything you need to know about this particular issue and what to do about it. It's always a description on the left-hand side and a suggested task, what you should do about it here on the right-hand side. And you can always add these tasks to somebody else if you wanted to. Mobile visitors bounce 25% faster than desktop. That's interesting. So they're saying that people that come on mobile are actually, they leave the page, they're more likely to leave the page without doing anything. There's a broken Instagram link here on the website. This is just a bag of candy of different insights and suggestions for you on how to improve your website and overall marketing, if you ask me. The website is kind of where everything comes together. So that's a run through of Optise works. It's meant to make every B2B team's life easier, get more done. There's a lot of data out there, and this tool just brings it all together. And then with AI and all our experience, we're kind of crunching it and just telling you what's most important and what you should do about it. So some people look at it as the kind of their to-do list. So you wake up, you look at how things are going. What are the scores for my my buyer's journey? What's the overall score for my website? And then they look at their kind of more short-term KPIs, like how many people are coming to my website, where are they coming from, and all of that. And then they just start working on different things because the tool prioritizes what you should be working on now as a B2B team to improve your marketing, to improve your website, so more people find you, love you guys, and actually just want to hear from you and interact with you and connect with you through the website. 85% of B2B buyers want to connect and buy on the website. So it's incredibly important that the B2B website is actually optimized for discovery, engagement, and conversion. So this tool tells you exactly what's working, what's not, and what you should do about it. So I hope you've enjoyed this product run through. And if you want to take it for a test drive, go to optise.com and just sign up for a free trial. Try it out yourself. Put in your website, see your scores. Do you is something in your buyer's journey, one of your stages, lacking and that needs improvement? The tool will tell you immediately and what you should do about it.